Growing up, there were two R-rated movies my mom was like, "You are not watching." One of them is Seven, and the other one was The Exorcist. And I guess you could figure out why the cross sexual acts. Yeah. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing The Exorcist 50th anniversary 4K cut that was released in theaters for 2 nights only, and I saw it tonight. So, what is this movie about? Do I really need to tell you what it's about? A girl gets possessed, and now we have a priest who kind of is losing his faith, and now he goes and is like, oh my god, something is occurring, and the mother who just like wants her daughter back. So, like I said, this is the director's cut. It's 10 minutes longer than the theatrical version. And I would say watching the theatrical version, of course, I've seen the theatrical version a couple of times. I actually think I prefer the theatrical cut because it does flow a little bit better. With the director's cut, there's a lot more talking in the beginning before you actually get to the exorcism part. And there are a little bit of fans back and forth that if they like this spider walk going down the stairs, yes or no, because it kind of adds to the story. But then when you look at the end, what actually occurs, it kind of doesn't match. But I do think adding the spider walk is creepy to a point. So when thinking about this movie, let's talk about the 4K quality first. Popping. It looks really great. At the end, it shows like what the movie looked like in the 70s and now today. It's absolutely phenomenal what it looks like. The whole popping of the colors. And this is, I think, the second or third 4K remastered. And this one specifically, the director, of course, he passed away August 7th of this year. He really wanted to show the colors and make the colors pop more. Also, with the director's cut, like I said, you get the spider walk, you get more talk with the characters in the beginning, and more flashes of like the devil character and everything like that. And I do think it's a fantastic movie. It got 10 Oscar nominations, which is kind of unheard of for a horror movie to get it. And the last horror movie before that was Get Out, and I'm not on the Get Out train. I'm sorry. I think the Jordan Peele movies that are fine. I've never been blown away by any of the three. I'm sorry. I'll say it. But with The Exorcist, 10 Oscar nominations, won 2 of them. I think the 2 was the score/sound, as well as original, or was it adapted or original screenplay? It's the same writer who wrote the book in 1971. This movie came out in 1973. So like I said, it's a fantastic movie. It's creepy. It holds up. The special effects work extremely well. It's really fun to watch. And it is pretty graphic with, the pea soup throw up, with the sexual innuendos of like the cross and the girl, having the mom go down. There's a lot of stuff where you're like, damn, this is really messed up shit. And I understand why my mom's like, nope, you could watch this when you're in high school, not when you're younger. Because of course, younger, watch the Sylvester Stallones, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the Lake Placid movies. Lake Placid was my first R-rated movie in theaters. So there is that. I remember when that came out, South Park was also out. And my grandpa's like, which one are we seeing? I was like, South Park. He's like, no, we're seeing Lake Placid. That's probably smart on his level, period, dot, end of subject on that one. If I have to say some negatives, like I said, the director's cut, the flowing of it is a little bit awkward. I know the Iraq scene was not cut or edited for the director's cut. And I am interested in why that is in the movie. Maybe they're saying that's where the devil came from or where the heart of evil is, where religion, if you want to put it that way, the Bible was set up in the Middle East, Jerusalem, Israel, which Israel wasn't a place. I know, of course, Iraq wasn't a place back in the day. I know that part of the world. And you could say that the ending could be anticlimactic because there's a lot of buildup and all of a sudden it's like, bam, out the window, if you want to put it that way. And you're like, oh, shit. So some people might not like the ending on that aspect or might be a little bit confused why the Iraq scene is in there. But I do think overall The Exorcist is still a creepy little film. It holds up. It's pretty messed up. And I had a good time watching it on the big screen. So The Exorcist Director's Cut 4K edition will receive a 4.5 out of 5 Futons, which equals at 90%. So let's see what the Critics' News scores gave this one. And I am curious what The Exorcist Believer, how that's going to pan out overall. But anyway, critics is 78 with 172 on. Audience score at 87 with 250,000. Critic consensus. The Exorcist rides its supernatural theme to a magical effect with remarkable special effects and an eerie atmosphere, resulting in one of the scariest films of all time. I think it is, I'm going to call it scary, but because of the realisticness of, like, it wasn't, like, special effect heavy. Yeah, of course, the head turns, and everyone probably was thinking, oh my God, back in the day, like, freaking the fuck out. But yes, I think it's a well-crafted movie nonetheless. Some of the negatives, I'm curious some of the negative reviews, though. Anyway, I can't really find any right now. There are a total of 38 negatives. Let's see here. San Francisco Examiner's the first one to give it a negative. Yeah, San Francisco doesn't know shit. Anyway, 87, 78, 90. Chase Lee Hockey here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know things Bhutan Topi. Bhutan say what a great day. Now I don't care what you say. Tomorrow, week from a month, right here now. I love every single freaking one of you except Reagan. Why isn't she in this new one? Maybe she died. Maybe, I don't know, because the mother's in it. I don't think Reagan's in this one. But the trailer seems like Reagan did die. Maybe, what is this, The Believer, a sequel from? Like the second, the third? I don't know. I probably need to learn that, don't I?